Hey, Vintage Kids. I'm Ms.Kathryn. You may remember me from a few weeks ago. I'm so excited to be back with you all. Today, I'm actually in one of our classrooms here at Vintage Church, and I really wish you were here with me. But I know that it's going to be even better when we get to see each other in person because of how long it's been. So, in the meantime, I'm really glad that we can join each other with technology. So, let's jump into the lesson and really enjoy getting to learn more about Jesus. So, over the next couple of weeks, we are going to be studying a sermon that Jesus taught during his time here on earth. And this sermon is called Sermon on the Mount. And it's a sermon where Jesus taught his followers important ideas about kingdom life and how we can show Jesus to each other in grace. So, during this time, we want to think about whether our actions in the kingdom are important because they are. And in this series, we will be learning a lot about actions and what could seem like a lot of actions we need to do. But here's what we need to remember, that it's by God's grace that we were redeemed, not by our actions. Let's see what Jesus says about the kingdom that might teach us how to show love and gratitude to others, winning them to Christ. Okay, so we're going to be in the Bible in Matthew. Matthew's towards the back of the Bible in the New Testament. So we're going to be in Matthew 6, 1 through 4. All right, let's get started. In Matthew 6, 1 through 4. Beware of doing good things before other people in order to be seen by them. For then you will have no reward from your Father who is in heaven. When you do something for someone else, don't call attention to yourself. If you do, you have already received your reward. But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that giving may be in secret. When you help someone out, do it so quietly, not thinking about how it looks. And your Father, who sees in secret, will reward you. Okay, we have a few questions about that passage. What do you notice is happening here? What is Jesus telling to his followers? What is he trying to teach us? So I noticed that God is sharing with others about the things that we do. And did you hear what he said? When you do something for someone else, don't call attention to yourself. Why do you think that is? I think it's because it matters more that we are doing something for someone else to serve them or help them out than it matters that we look good. If we're just doing it so we look good, it doesn't help the other person out. It brings the attention to us and takes away from really spending our energy trying to help them out with what they need help. Okay, what sticks out to you from this passage? Anything? What's really interesting to me is it says, when you help someone out, do it so quietly, not thinking about how it looks. So it shouldn't matter how it looks to everybody else, if it looks really good and awesome, or if it just looks meh. What matters is that you are helping someone. How is what Jesus telling us in this passage different from what the world tells us to do? How does that make you feel? So I think sometimes the world can tell us that if you do something good, everybody needs to know. And you need to get a lot of accolades. You should get a trophy or a ribbon, or maybe you should get a sticker from your teacher that you get to keep and show everybody what a good person you are. And so it might feel a little frustrating that if you get something it might be frustrating that you don't get something when you do something good. But Jesus is saying it's far greater that you don't get something and instead you just help someone out. So, guys, why is it so hard to do things in secret, especially nice things? Sorry, how is it hard to do nice things in secret? What are we trying to gain by doing nice things for people in public? For me, it can be hard to do nice things in secret because I want everybody to think I'm a good person and a nice person. I want them to like me. And I think that's okay that we want people to like us, but I think it's more important that Jesus knows that we're helping other people out and not that the world knows we're helping other people out. The question was, what are we trying to gain by doing nice things for people in public? When we try to do nice things for people in public, we want them to come and pat us on the back, or like I said, give us that sticker from our teacher, or maybe your friend can give you a big thumbs up. And what's really important, like I said, is that Jesus calls us to love those people and to help them, and that's far greater than getting public attention, right? Okay, so now why don't you take the time to journal or draw or talk to your family about the answers that we just discussed for these questions. It's really interesting to think about this passage and what it looks like to truly help someone and not think about someone's watching or not. Maybe this week you can practice doing nice things and not having to be noticed. Maybe you put your sister, your brother's dirty dishes in the dishwasher, even though they left them out. Or maybe you share screen time, or maybe you let your sister or your brother play with your toy first, even when your parents aren't around to tell you how great you're doing. All right, guys, it's been so good spending time with you. I can't wait to see you soon. I hope you have a wonderful week. And also make sure that you tell your parents that you want to check out the Vintage Kids podcast, which will give you a little bit shorter version of what we did today. And Miss Kayla, who's so awesome, does a really good job talking about it as well. So tell your parents that you want to listen to the Vintage Kids podcast. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you soon.